This spreadsheet allows us to Dutch in two separate markets by laying first and then betting second. So again we put our names of our selections down the left hand side there and input lay odds this time, and as we input lay odds we get a lay stake, and our position in Betfair is shown in that column there. And if you want to hedge any individual lay, put some bet odds in, and we get a bet stake there to equalise that particular part of the trade. There's the profit from laying low and betting high, and that is included in the returns. I'll just delete that. Now I've put some odds in here for I've got under 1.5 goals down here now, just for a change. So before the kick-off, these are fictitious odds that I've just input for as an example. We may lay the scores in correct score of 0-0, 0-1 and 1-0, which are under 1.5 goals, and then we may go in the under over goals market and also lay over 1.5 goals later on as the game progresses. I've input some odds here that might be before the kick-off, and you can see if we've laid under 1.5 goals and also laid over 1.5 goals, we would expect to lay somewhere around a 100% book, which would give us a small loss whatever happened in the game. If I move that 1.5 up into there for over goals, 1.5, and just delete that, those odds, you'll see that it actually shows a 55 pence profit whatever happens. But once you get into separate markets, you would be extremely lucky to get something like that. So I'll just delete those, and that's a bit more realistic that we would make a loss. Now what we could be doing, we could just lay that one first, the over goals. Of course, while the score remains 0-0, that score would, those odds of over 1.5 goals are likely to increase, because they are equal to all these other scores that are not one of these three scores, and so they are likely to be increasing, so that would go up from 1.5. So we may start this particular trade by laying 1.5 in over 1.5 goals, and then as the game progresses we might lay something in correct score, but we know that these three odds are going to go down, so we may lay these as the game progresses so that we get lower odds and get a profit. So we may decide to lay that one once it gets down to 10 from 11, maybe that one when it gets down to 8 from 9, and maybe that one when it gets down to maybe 6.5 or something. So if we didn't lay those, and then we laid at 10, 8 and 6.5 instead. So if we laid later in the game at 10, 8 and 6.5 sometime later in the game, we will then be showing a small profit whatever happened in the game of 61 pence at the top in the correct score and £1.33 at these stakes in over 1.5 goals. That's after commission. Now whilst we're doing that, on our Betfair screens we will be looking at minus £31.06 in correct score against our scores there, and in over 1.5 goals minus 16.67. Unless we were very good with our mental arithmetic, we wouldn't be able to tell that we were 61 pence up on those scores after commission, or £1.33 in the over 1.5 gold market. So if you're wanting to lay a few scores for an equal profit or loss in two markets and bet the occasional one to help your trade along, this could be a good spreadsheet to use to show your overall position across the two markets after commission. Okay, thanks very much for listening and good luck with your trading.